directly from notifications. You just click reply, keyboard pops up, and you can send a reply to my boss directly from the notification scene. So that's notifications in MIUI, completely redesigned for the global version, designed for global users, and in particular, global developers who take advantage of a lot of these features. Here's another commonly requested feature, split screen. So we use the same APIs that were built into Android N, so it works almost exactly like stock Android. Actually, we made some improvements. The biggest thing we did is we made it easier for people to swap the position of the apps. So when you're multitasking, by default, what you're doing is switching between apps. So here we have a stock Android device. Let's say you have Facebook on the top, WhatsApp here on the bottom. If you want to switch these, if you want to move the WhatsApp split screen to the top, actually it's a bit complicated on side. End the split screen session, tap the menu button again, drag the WhatsApp app, this time to the top of the split screen, and then again tap the Facebook app to bring it to the bottom. So in MIUI 9, we made this a lot easier. It switches in a snap. Again, the UI is pretty much the same, but all you do is double tap this middle button and it swaps easily, just one step. So we've also added some really cool touches to MIUI 9's design. I think a lot of the feedback we had was design related, things like themes and some of the animations. And these icon animations are a small detail, but they're a really cool touch. So here we're in the phone app, and when we touch home, you can see the app kind of gets swallowed in the icon, and you see a nice little shake of the handset. If we're in the Me Community app, again, tap home, sucked into the icon, and you see a little bunny ears bounce. We can do that again, because it's a little bit cooler when you focus on it. Let's zoom in here. In the Me Community app. It's really cool, right? So we have 21 animated icons. Here's all of them up here, and there will be more coming in the next coming months. Okay, so the fourth thing I mentioned, smart photo editing. So let's say you take a beautiful photo like this, but unfortunately, you have two people here in the background kind of ruining the whole outdoorsy, alone look and feel. So with the new MIUI photo editor, you can open up the erase option, tap on the people, and they disappear. Here's another example. This is a restaurant, but unfortunately, we have the sky marred by these lines, wires up here. So again, open up the smart photo editor, drag your finger across the lines, and they disappear. And it's important to note here that these images were not done on anything but a phone. This was actually done in MIUI using this feature, and even blown up on the big screen, you can't really tell, which is pretty amazing. And that's kind of the promise of MIUI. We give you features that maybe you never would have thought of, or that would cost you, in this case, hundreds of dollars worth of expensive photo editing software, and we make it available to everybody on your phone. It's pretty awesome. So those are the 4 improvements that we made to MIUI 9. Changes to notifications to support more global features. Split screen, which is a much easier way to swap the apps. These really cool little icon animations, and the smart photo editing, which is powered by on-device machine learning, available to all MIUI 9 devices. Okay, let's talk about some new features. The first up is App Vault. Let's say you're in a cafe and you want to pay with Paytm. Normally you'd have to open up your phone, try to find the app, get to the scanner, do a whole bunch of stuff. In MIUI 9, you just swipe left of your home screen and you have a whole bunch of shortcuts here. You can see up at the top, we just have a scan button. Quickly tap on that, scan the QR code, and you're done. Here's another example. Let's say you're out shopping and you want to take a cab home. You want to find a cab home. So touched on a film we support a whole lot of score, and feature is brand new. We'll be adding ones. Next, I want to talk about the new Mi Video app. So the video app now supports many, many more popular video formats. We have another cool feature. Let's say you have a whole bunch of different videos on your phone. We know that the top 6 here are from a TV show. The bottom here are different movies. But in a normal video player, they would all show up kind of in this haphazard jumble. So the new Mi Video app will automatically group these items that are similar to make it much easier to browse, right? All of those 6 episodes are now in a single tile, and it's easier to do what you want. The video app has a whole bunch of other cool features that I'm not going to show today, things like multilingual subtitles. If you have different audio tracks, you can switch from English to Hindi to whatever audio tracks you have. You also have support for making certain videos private on your phone. It's a really, really cool app. Encourage everybody to check it out. Next up is Mi Drop. So Mi Drop has been a popular feature in MIUI for years, but actually when we started researching, it's disproportionately popular here in India. We found that people really, really like sharing files offline, more so than anywhere else. And so in MIUI 9, we took it out of settings and made it its own separate app. It has an all-new app icon, and it's available on your home screen. We've also completely simplified the UI. There's just 2 buttons, send and receive. So if we want to receive a file, we just tap receive, wait for our friends to send the file. See, we have 3 files here. Tap accept, and you get this nice progress bar, making things quick and easy. Done, and that's it. So, Mi Drop, it's a separate app now, all new design in UI. One of my favorite features here is that you can actually resume transfers that get interrupted. So if you're transferring like a huge file, very often you might have some trouble with connectivity, and Mi Drop will let you resume it seamlessly. It's also available now on the Play Store, so you can transfer to any Android device. And if you happen to not have the internet, you can also share the Mi Drop app to your friend who doesn't have Mi Drop quickly. Either they can scan the QR code and download it from Play, but if you don't have the internet, they can just follow these steps and get the app directly from your phone and install it that way. Actually, this is pretty cool. It turns your phone into a local web server and then hosts the app so you can share it easily. It's launching today in MIUI 9. Just to refresh your memory, I think almost everybody here has probably taken a train before. You're probably familiar with this text message that you get, which has all the information that you need, but since it's comma delimited, can be a little difficult to actually read. So in MIUI 9, we've made this much, much better. So this is all the same information, except you can actually find the things that you want. It's laid out to look like an actual ticket. I think probably the most important things here maybe are their P&R number, obviously the date and time of your journey, and also your seat number once you get to the train. But not only that, we made it even better by adding these action buttons. So you can, with one tap, check your P&R number or add this trip to your calendar. All right, now let's talk about calendar. So in MIUI 9, we've integrated a punch-on calendar into our own calendar app. So this shows all the days as per the lunar solar calendar, or I think more popularly known as the Hindu calendar. And as you can see, it even gives you a lot more details. It gives you deep insight into the moon sign, lunar months, inauspicious times. And we've also incorporated over 25 festivals into the calendar app. Raksha Bandhan, Eid, you can see a whole bunch of them here. So these festivals will show up when you're on that day here, August 15th, Independence Day. If you happen to not know much about Independence Day or you want to know more, you can just tap on the festival card and up comes a bunch of helpful information. So we have a whole bunch more stuff in the Mi Calendar app. We have news, cricket scores, schedules, and we really encourage you to check this out. A lot of this stuff was designed just specifically for India. think this one's going to be pretty fun. Stickers. All right. Let's say you have a boring photo like this of me and Manu, but you want to jazz it up a little bit. I don't know, I think this looks better, but like maybe want to make it a little bit more fun. I think we're getting close. Maybe one other thing. So you can add mustaches, hair, a whole bunch of different things. You can do a lot of stuff with these stickers. Hair, cricket helmets. Changes the background. So here we have, a rectangular background with rounded corners, as the Limitless theme has a transparent background. We also have an India exclusive theme, again, designed by our local R&D team. This is available in the theme store. So that's themes. All right, coming to security. So I think many of you might have seen this minor Wi-Fi vulnerability in WPA2. It's called crack. And the fix for this will go out via a Google security patch, I think the November security patch. And in MIUI, this is actually fixed already. And it's not just fixed for recent devices. We backport this patch to phones going as far back as the Me 2, which was launched in 2012. So I think, as far as we're aware, this is by far the oldest Android phone which will have this patch. Even Google devices do not get security updates for 5 years. And we are supporting a 5-year-old phone with the latest security patch. I think in the video someone mentioned the thing he really liked about MIUI was updates. And Me fans know a lot about these updates. But these updates are not just features, they already also include things like security, which is obviously critical. Okay, so that's a good overview of MIUI 9. We made a short video to summarize some of these features. Let's take a look. We've listed this here by the launch year of that device. And again, I think impressively, if you go down here, you see numbers like 2012 and 2013. As far as we're aware, somebody please tell me if I'm wrong, but as far as we're aware, this is the oldest Android smartphone in the world to still get official updates from the manufacturer. So we don't just support updates for the latest devices. These isn't just for flagship devices. You see devices like the Redmi 2, the Redmi Note 4G, they're all getting MIUI 9. We have over 2,000 engineers working on MIUI, and this is a lot of the stuff they do. They try to bring the latest and greatest features available to as many people as possible. So speaking of availability, probably more interesting than this slide is when tomorrow, the MIUI 9 stable version will roll out to the Redmi Note 4, the Mi Max 2, and the Mi Mix 2. This will begin in a staged rollout. We plan to update every single device on the previous slide, the stable version, by the end of the month. And of course, if you can't wait, the beta version is available for everything right now. So that's MIUI 9. What do you think? think you'll really like it once you get a chance to play with it. All right, coming to our next announcement. Manu already mentioned the new series, the Redmi Y. It's the newest addition to our Redmi series, and we have two devices to tell you about today. So first up, the Redmi Y1. And our hashtag today, as Manu mentioned, was yourbestselfi. And in recent years, the front camera is becoming more and more important, particularly because of the rise of the selfie. In fact, even for me, it's difficult to remember a time when smartphones didn't have a front camera. Actually, I personally use it as a mirror. I think after watching this video, I was told I need to shave, so. But there are two common challenges to taking a great selfie: low resolution cameras and low light situations. And here's a typical shot taken from a 5 megapixel camera. When you zoom in, you see that it lacks details, and most importantly, it has a lot of noise. For low light, here's some shots under low light. This happens a lot indoors. They tend to look like this. In this photo, you can see the graininess on her face, but particularly in the background, on the white background there's just all these spots. Low light just makes it really difficult for a front camera to capture details accurately. So the Redmi Y1 has our first ever dedicated LED selfie light. It also has a 16 megapixel front-facing camera. It has a 5-element lens with an f2.0 aperture. It also comes with a whole lot of other features, such as our new beautify mode with 36 smart profiles.